Welcome to Adventures with Redbeard and Tinsel. This is a motor vlog, and in this motor vlog, I'm going to talk about some personal life updates. So it's been a while since we've uploaded a video. Our plans this year have shifted quite a bit. I had all kinds of plans for this channel and our content, but there's been a lot of things going on in our life this last 3 or 4 months. The only video we've put up on YouTube, other than our shorts, is that season opener. And that was back in, I think May. Today is July 19th, 2025, and we'll see how long this one takes me to get up online. So there's no order to this topic, this conversation. I don't have anything written down. I didn't rehearse anything, and it's going to be me rambling on about a few different things, just what's been going on the last few months and what's going to be happening the next couple months. So without any order, without further ado, I will go ahead and explain some stuff. So in our first video, we talked about some trips that are coming up. Well, one of them should have been this week. Last week. I think it was last week. No, this week. I don't know. It's this week or last week.
One of the two.
And I was with my daughter, my oldest daughter, to Frankenmuth. Well, that didn't happen. Just financially and timing. I mean, it just didn't work out this year. We were going to try to do a day trip somewhere, but we haven't figured that out yet. My youngest daughter and I, on our Ludington trip, is going to happen. It's already been booked, and that is for the end of this month. What day was that?
August 1st and 2nd.
August 1st and 2nd. So I'm sorry, at the beginning of next month. So it's in a couple more weeks. Looking forward to that. She's looking forward to it. She's not done an overnight stay on the bike yet, or with the bike. So, and my big trip with my wife, that's supposed to be in August, is right now going to get postponed to next year. So what happened is, well, there's just too much stuff going on.
Lots of things.
A few months ago, my grandpa passed away, so just personal stuff. I've been kind of dealing with that, and it's okay. We're doing good. And he was one of the core members of our family, and not to get too long-winded on all that, that just took place back in May, and actually we're having our final service because there's some family members out of town next Saturday. So that will be our final, I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah, you're putting him with your grandma.
Yeah. My middle child graduated, so we were working with that and the graduation open house thing and all that kind of stuff. And then we had roof repairs that needed to get done, or a storm that took place months ago, and well, that's done for now, so that's off my plate. There's just a bunch of other little things, and then some financial stuff. Nothing bad, it's just, unexpected stuff. You gotta, pick your battles, pick your, direction you gotta go in, and, the roof is important, so. Just some unexpected expenses and decisions and time being spent other places. Not to mention, what?
Yeah, all three of our girls working at the same place this summer, half an hour from home. That's been a juggle.
Oh yeah, because two of them don't drive.
Right.
I don't know if this is, I've recorded this before, but I'm not sure if I ever made it public, or maybe I cut it out, but I don't care if people know. I actually do video production for a living, and I've got clients that I got to work on, so it's hard for me to work on YouTube content when I've got paid work that I have to work on. I specialize in wedding filmmaking. I do a handful of them a year, and that always takes time to edit, and I got to find time to do it, amongst other things of, having a house and property and chores and things to fix, and a house that still needs to be painted, etc. So there's that. So the YouTube content gets pushed back every single week. I barely get a chance to work on it. I know I put way too much production value in our content. We don't get paid for it. It's hard to do a moto vlog and spend 10 hours in editing, but I do it because I like it. This is my creative outlet. This is actually something that I get to do that's not for a client, that is not for work, not for business, that I just get to go and make a memory on the bike, have fun editing it, and log our trips and keep our memories going, which was the purpose of this channel. So, and then my last big one that I can think of now, and this is probably the biggest one, what's been taking up a lot of my headspace. It's very draining and consuming a lot of my. It'll keep me up at night. Let's just say that. I will wake up and I can't go back to sleep because it's on my mind. It's not this channel. It's actually my career. So I do video production for a living. I've worked for a company for many years doing video work. I also have my own business doing video production. I've been doing that since 2009. And I've been doing video work since I was 14, way back in the mid-90s. So I've been doing it for a long time, and it's been my only job for almost 2 decades. Well, bring me to this point now. It's no longer, well, it's on my mind, but it's on my mind in a different way now. So I'm about to start a whole new chapter. I'm no longer, well, I'm still going to be doing my business. I'm not going to put that away. I'm going to be doing probably less of it. And my main focus will be in the school system. There was a position that opened up in our local vocational, like a career, what do you call it, like
it's like a trade school.
Like a trade school, exactly. So a position opened up in my local trade school and for an instructor. And I've got a lot of years of experience. So I throughout this year, I knew, or I had a feeling the spot would open. Nothing was guaranteed. Because I knew it could open up, I spent a lot of time in the classroom this year working on projects and getting to know, like, the job, and is this something I want to do? And, like, I've never been in the educational, world. It's so way different. I'm used to just being on my own, editing stuff in my own time and having clients and all that stuff. Well, this will be way different. Now you've got students. You've got an AM and PM session of 25 kids in each, so it's 50 kids per season, or school season. You've got, principals and all the different levels of staff, and working off a school season, which, I'm not going to lie, I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. I mean, I'm out of work. I'm out of the classroom by, before 3 o'clock. I'm home before 3. My day doesn't start too early. I get all summer off. So next summer, I don't know what I'm going to do for moto vlog stuff, but it's going to be a lot there. That's for sure. As long as we can afford it. Obviously, just because you have time out doesn't mean you can't afford the trip, but we'll be saving up throughout the off season and putting money aside so we can do longer or bigger trips. So yeah, for probably 6 months or more, actually since last year, I started thinking about it. But when it became more of a realization back in January, when I started getting my head in the classroom, like physically being there and thinking about it more. In March, I was physically in the classroom. I did like a mini lesson with the students, and I did a good job. And anyway, when it led up to the whole interview process, you're thinking about the interview and working on your resume and your application and your cover letter and yada yada yada. I haven't had a real interview since 2003. That's a long time to be out of the game, which is kind of a good thing because you're not bouncing from job to job. I mean, when you're in your 40s, you really shouldn't be bouncing from job to job. It kind of, makes it look bad when you can't hold down a job. But anyway, that stuff's on my mind. I'm thinking about, do I want to step away from this job and start a whole new one? I'm leaving, they used to be a client of mine, and then they became an employee. Like I ended up signing the paperwork, with a W-2 and all that stuff, being an employee. And I did that for 12 years, and I didn't know if I wanted to step away from it because I like it. I like their business. I like their that's a family-owned business, and it's been my job for a long time. I know the ins and outs. I know what to do. I know what's expected, and yada yada. So there was a lot of going on in my head about do I want to step away from that? That's comfort to me. That's in some ways easy.
Yeah.
There's no stress there, you know. And this would be a whole new thing. There'd be stuff that I've just maybe I find out the hard way that, you know, maybe I'm not good at it. Maybe kids and maybe students. I keep saying kids, but they're young adults, you know. I'm trying to use the word students. Maybe the students annoy the crap out of me. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what to expect. So do I want to say no to this to say yes to that? Well, the one thing I do know about making decisions in life is you can't take on, you can't have new rewards without risks, and those risks need to take place. You know, you can't expect something to change if you don't make a change. You can't like excel at something brand new if you don't try that thing. You know, if you're not failing, you're not trying. So making mistakes are good. That means you're improving on your life. That means you're getting better at something, and you're I don't know, you're just, you know, whatever. I'm starting to ramble again, but anyway, right now, actually just last week, I had that interview. I passed that interview with flying colors, apparently, and they're happy to have me on board. My last day will be in a couple more weeks at my current job, and school season starts in a week or two after that, and yeah, so hopefully some of my headspace becomes more available and accessible again, and I'm not overwhelmed with all this, like, what ifs. Should I do this? Well, that's already done now. The paperwork is not officially signed, but everything else is done. I just got to fill out, like, the tax paperwork and go through the orientation and all that kind of stuff. But it's actually funny. Yesterday, I was running some errands, and the principal of the school called me personally and said, I just want to say congratulations on the position. We're looking forward to having you. I've kind of seen him around a few times being involved in the school. So he knew who I was, and I've known who he is. So it was pretty cool to see that he called me personally just to welcome me and congratulate me and stuff. So anyway, I think I'm about done rambling. I'm not sure how long this video is. I'm trying to keep it short and to the point and trying to give some an update on what's going on, because I am not, like, last year our goal was to put up a video every single week, and I was doing pretty good at that. At one point I had like 4 videos already edited, uploaded, and scheduled for the following weeks, and now I can't get time until I get caught up on some wedding work. I've got to edit a wedding that I shot a little bit ago. I got another one coming up Friday, and then I got another one in a few weeks after that. So yeah, I gotta keep working on those. I feel a little guilty when I'm working on my personal stuff and I've got paid clients who are waiting for their content. But I gotta find some balance because I really like doing this YouTube stuff. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a good exercise because I'm not used to being in front of the camera. I don't like hearing my voice. I don't think it's very good. I feel sorry for you listening to it. I don't like it. Who likes their voice, right? I don't like my voice. So learning not to say a lot, which I say a lot. Jeez. I never realized how much I say until I start editing these videos. I'm like, gosh, dang, you say a lot. And I think it's because I don't know what to put there, and I'm thinking about the next word in the next sentence. Yeah, filler. I spoke at my grandpa's celebration of life service, and I asked my oldest daughter, how'd I do? And she goes, man, you said a lot. And I'm like, oh, okay. She also said I took forever. But I don't think you should put a time limit. When you're going to speak at someone's passing, you should take your time and share your stories. I encourage it.
Yep.
So, I still have the videos from last year. There's 3 of them. Mackinac is getting really close to being done. It's just a lot of content to keep going through. I've skipped Ludington for now because there's just too much content. I haven't looked at it yet. And then the Monroe.
What was that?
The state park that's over there, whatever it's called, whatever. Yeah. I'm also working on that one
that is.
because it's only a 1-day trip, so that one's almost done. Hopefully I can get that one up. But then I've also shot some stuff throughout this year, like just some. I mean, I went on a ride, I put the camera on, hit record. I haven't even looked at it. There's this stuff that's just dumped on a hard drive. So that's why I want to jump on this one as soon as I can to get up there, just because I know there's a couple of you that watch our content. I know, I think my dad watches it, and he lives in a different state. I don't see him as much, so he likes watching YouTube, so hopefully he's watching this, and encourage him to give me a thumbs up. Maybe say something in the comments. Hey, son, how you doing? I don't know. I encourage all of you to say something in the comments. I like reading them. I like seeing the thumbs up, but all right, I'm done rambling. It's been 20 minutes, I think, according to this counter here. And, yeah. Remember to find the joys in life, unless it's illegal. See ya. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Hey, record, right? It says it's recording. That's good.